and welcome to another episode of InfoScope. I'm your host, Hannah Kim. Let's first start with what's trending in the IT and science worlds. Previously on our show, we've seen stories about both chocolate and anti-aging. But did you know that there's a correlation between the two? New research has shown that cacao can reduce skin wrinkles, with dark chocolate being even more effective than regular chocolate. And in other health-related news, new studies show that a baby can be born with fetal alcohol syndrome even if the mother doesn't have a single sip of alcohol. The source of the risk actually comes from the father and his drinking habits. Here are some more details on this story coming up next on Briefing Scope. New research suggests that fetal alcohol syndrome can be caused solely by the father's excessive drinking habits, even when the pregnant mother has not had a drop. According to the researchers, excessive drinking modifies the sperm's DNA, and these changes can be passed on to the subsequent generation. A new study has proven that chocolate can help reduce skin wrinkles. Cacao beans are rich in polyphenols, which are linked to anti-aging and are good for skin elasticity. Sugar-free dark chocolate has a higher concentration of cacao, making it even more effective. Korean researchers have uncovered how natural killer cells are triggered. These cells selectively attack cancer cells when they detect two tumor markers simultaneously. This research may open new avenues for cancer treatment involving natural killer cells. An investigation of the air quality of Seoul National University's 70 research labs detected carcinogens in the air of 70% of the labs. Moreover, 32 labs did not carry any equipment that improve indoor air quality. Well, it looks like Korea's research labs need a boost in air quality system as soon as possible. That can't be good news for the scientists in the labs. Moving on to the next part of our show, do you keep track of your medicine cabinet? Improper storage of medicine will make expiration dates a moot point, as chemical properties can change and do more harm than good. We'll bring you the specific details on this shortly, but staying on the topic of medicine. What do you eat with your medication? Whether it's food or other drugs, it can be a cause of concern. For example, consuming multivitamins with antibiotics can reduce the effectiveness of antibiotics. We have more on these stories and other headlines ready for you here on Industry Inside.
A typical Korean adult consumes one or two types of medications or health products every day. And 83% of senior citizens over 65 years of age consume at least 6 different types of medicine every day.
아침 2알, 저녁에 4알, 4가지를 먹어요. 내 나이 된 분들 거의 안 먹는 사람이 먹다시피 먹어요.
However, consuming 2 or more types of medications simultaneously can reduce their effectiveness and even produce harmful side effects. Consuming multivitamins will reduce the effectiveness of antibiotics, as the minerals will interfere with antibiotics absorption. Omega-3 supplements have the opposite side effect, making medications excessively potent. The food you eat can also have an impact. Grapefruit should be avoided as they can affect at least 50 different types of drugs. Moreover, as there is caffeine in medications, consuming caffeinated drinks may result in insomnia or other side effects, and mixing alcohol with medication is an absolute no-no.
어떤 항생제 같은 경우에는 술을 마시게 되면요, 구역이나 구토나 머리가 아프고 이제 그런 심한 부작용이 생길 수가 있고, 당뇨인 분들은 저혈당 위험이 커지는 그런 심각한 위험이 있기 때문에 절대 피하는 게 좋은 그런 조합입니다.
There is no need to always take medications 30 minutes after a meal. However, pills must be processed as quickly as possible to minimize damage to the gastric mucous membrane. Therefore, drinking a lot of water is advised. This person suffered from a rash and stomachache last summer. She thought she had eaten something she shouldn't have, but the cause was not in the food. The cold medication she took was past its expiration date.
그냥 늘 그런 증상이 자주 있어서 냉장 보관을 했었거든요. 그래서 그 약을 먹었는데 그 다음날 일어났더니 땀띠같이 빨갛게 발진이 일어나서.
Improper storage of over-the-counter drugs can bring about similar results. Being aware of the expiration date is usually enough, but how the medication is stored can bring about different effects. Exposure to direct sunlight or humidity can cause the medicine to spoil, regardless of the expiration date.
가끔씩 냉장 보관이 아닌 약을 냉장 보관을 하는 분들이 계시는데 꼭 냉장 보관해야 될 약을 제외한 모든 약은 직사광선을 피한 건조한 곳에 보관하시면 되겠습니다.
Prescribed medications can be more dangerous as they tend to be packaged in paper, making them more prone to air exposure. Hence, you should not take any leftover prescribed drugs, even if you experience the same symptoms later. Moreover, once you open the containers for supplements like vitamin C, their effectiveness gradually declines. That's why it's better to follow a time plan when taking supplements. The Eiffel Tower is the landmark of Paris and a world-famous tourist destination. The beauty of the Eiffel Tower comes from the congruent curves of the sides. Looking closely, the curves resemble the graph for the exponential function y equals 2 to the nth power. Plotting out the coordinates that correspond to this function results in a curve similar to that of the Eiffel Tower.
에펠탑을 지을 때만 하더라도 에펠이라는 사람이 설계도를 수학적으로 어떤 곡선을 함수를 이용해서 설계를 하지 않고 느낌으로 지었답니다. 결과적으로 경험적으로 지어도 실제로 그 속에는 로그나 지수함수, 곡선이 응용이 된다는 걸 결과적으로 알 수 있었죠.
The Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco also boasts beautiful curves. Again, mathematical functions can be found in the design. The curves of the suspension cables represent the graph of a hyperbolic function. The cables propped at the ends dip naturally due to gravity, creating a catenary and adding to the overall magnificence of the bridge. The cables play a major role in ensuring the stability of the bridge. In Korea, Busan's Kwangwon-daegyo Bridge and Incheon's Yeongjong-daegyo Bridge have similar features.
자연스럽게 축 처진 곡선에서 수직으로 상판하고 묶어주면은 힘이 골고루 분산되면서도 오래 지탱할 수 있고 하기 때문에 현수선의 원리를 쓰는 것으로 알려져 있습니다.
Mathematics, a subject that seems to exist only in textbooks, is evident in the designs of global landmarks.
A lot of great updates today on InfoScope, but don't go away, we have more. In fact, it's time for Tech a Peek, where we'll take a look at some of the newest technologies and discoveries. In fact, Korean researchers have developed a way to replicate extremely old trees, opening the way to better preserve ancient trees that hold a significant cultural or economic value. But before this story, as many of you may already know, bipolar disorder is characterized by alternating periods of deep depression and highly elevated moods. It's also very hard to treat and may get very severe. But Korean researchers have now uncovered how bipolar disorder is caused, and they hope this study will lead to other treatments relating to autism or OCD. Let's take a closer look at this finding on Tech a Peek.
In September of last year, a 24-year-old man known to have a severe case of bipolar disorder attacked his family, resulting in the death of his grandmother and his father getting injured. Severe cases of bipolar depression can lead to suicide or crimes. However, it's not easy to diagnose and treat bipolar disorder. Now, Korean researchers have uncovered how bipolar disorder manifests itself. They found that the lack of a specific protein creates abnormalities in nerve transmissions and results in instances of extreme depression or excitement.
신경세포가 신호를 전달받기 위해서는 수상돌기 가시라는 구조로 형성을 해야 되는데 이 단백질이 없을 경우에 정상적으로 형성되지가 않아서 신호 전달에 불균형을 초래해서 조울증과 같은 증상을 나타낸다는 것을.
When laboratory mice were infected with a virus and the protein was removed, the mice exhibited symptoms of bipolar disorder, cycling between hyperactivity and inertia.
이 단백질이 조울증에 관계되고 그러한 영향을 미칠 수 있다라는 계기를 통해서 훌륭한 조울증 동물 모델을 만들 수가 있고요. 그거를 테스트를 통해 가지고 여러 가지 약물을 테스트해 가지고 확실한 조울증 치료제까지 저희가 개발할 수 있는 아주 좋은 계기가 되는 거죠.
The researchers hope that their study can lead to treatments for other mental disorders, as the protein was found to be involved in autism and obsessive-compulsive disorder as well. This is Namu, also known as Castor auralia. It was designated as Natural Monument 305 in 1982. The tree has been growing in the same spot for the past 700 years and has great value as a folk and cultural relic. Now, new technology may make mass production of such valuable natural monuments possible. After 15 years of research, Korean researchers became the first in the world to mass produce a sapling that is a clone of the Namu. The researchers artificially created a sapling from the tree's leaf or leaf stalk. Researchers all around the world are also looking into cloning technologies to replicate ancient trees. As trees age, their unique features become more prominent. While scientists have successfully cloned trees about a century old, many deformities arose during the process, making mass reproduction all but impossible.
이 노령목은 상당히 조직이 노화되어 있기 때문에 일반적인 방법으로는 조직 배양이 되지 않습니다. 그런 것들을 저희가 재활용화 또는 스트레스 처리를 통해서 보다 쉽게 묘목을 만들 수 있는 그런 기술을 개발되는 데 큰 의의가 있다고 생각이 되어집니다.
The Namu has weathered through 700 years of hardship, but its saplings will be able to keep the spirit of this natural monument alive for the next 700 years, if not for eternity. A human brain weighs only 1.4 kilograms, but it is made up of about 100 billion brain cells. These cells are closely connected and are responsible for multidimensional thoughts as well as emotions. The government has announced a goal to create a comprehensive brain map that shows the makeup of the brain's complex cellular network. 2 types will be completed by 2023. One is a brain map for age-related brain diseases, and the other will specialize in cognitive functions.
해외 선진국과 차별화된 전략으로 인간의 고차원적 뇌기능인 고위 뇌기능의 작동 원리를 밝히고 노화 뇌질환에 대한 이해를 위한 특화 뇌지도 작성에 집중하겠습니다.
A brain map can reveal how parts of the brain change and potentially allow for precise diagnosis of brain disorders. The United States and Japan have already designated brain science as the next key field, and Korea is looking into a national-level brain research project. The government will also look into applying the workings of a human brain to artificial intelligence. It intends to create so-called emotional intelligence circuits that closely emulate human feelings and thought processes. The Ministry of Science, ICT, and Future Planning plans to invest a total of $290 million over the next 10 years into brain science.
Can you imagine having your brain mapped out like a map of your city or a metro system? I'm curious to see what my brain will be like if I laugh or smile. But I guess we all have to wait until 2023. Unfortunately, it's already time for me to say goodbye. Of course, we will be back next time with more from the IT and science world. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you back here next time. Goodbye, everyone.